Hi y'all, it's me. Welcome to challenge number 75 that will be held over at www.myscraproom.ning.com. I'll put the link down below for you. For those who don't know, it's my website. We have about 3,000 members. We have forums, chat rooms, we have gallery, we have monthly swaps that come every 21st day of the month. We have Gina's challenges, which this is, and my specialty swaps or surprise challenges or whatever I call it. I can't remember now. Anyway, we do that one. I do that once in a while. So come on over and join us. You just need to know my YouTube name in order to sign up there. It's free. So come join us. And you do need to be a member actively for 30 days before you're eligible to win a challenge prize. However, you can participate just for the practice and the fun of it. I never need you to send me your challenges. I only ever require that you post a photo of your finished project according to the rules of the challenge. With that said, I have a lot to show you. I have a tutorial and all that, so I'm going to get right into this and show you what the prize will be for this challenge. Part of this prize was donated by Thandar. She's my craft loft on YouTube, and she's a member of my scrap room for quite some time. She occasionally sends me an envelope full of goodies that I can use for challenge giveaways. And if you'd like to do that, I'd appreciate it as well. Just contact me and I'll let you know how you can donate. It's helpful to me as I'm the one who provides all the things that I give away, and I think I give away pretty decent packages. So any way that you could help would be great. So in this one package that Thandar sent me, I selected out a few items to put together with some of my own so that it would be all together like a cohesive theme going on. So let me show you what Thandar sent me, and then you can kind of guess from this first thing what the theme is. She sent me this stamp, which is a bunny, chick bunny. And so I decided to do something spring. I'm sure we're all tired of this winter and just want to move on. So this will be a spring themed package. So that starts off with this stamp. And then she donated these trims, these beaded trims, which are really pretty. She donated this trim here, which is also very pretty, and it works with what I got going on. And she donated these pieces here, which you can string on as charms or dangles or whatever on your project, or however you choose to use them. So Thandar, thank you so much for that. I appreciate it very much. Okay, so what I've added to this to make it a bit springy is I first added this butterfly blingy stuff here. And to that I've added this fence right here, which is bendable, and you can use it however you want. Cut it up and use pieces of it, up to you. Set that over there. Oopsie. And then I added, let's see, where do I want to go from there? Let me show you all the doodads so I can get this tray filled up. I'll start with the flowers. I've added these fabric flowers right here. They're really pretty. I've added these two fabric flowers there. I've added these three pretty roses that are also fabric. There. These here. And these here. And then the acrylic flowers here. There's two sizes there. And to round that off, these purple ones here. These are Prima. Okay, and then continuing on with the doodads, I'm adding in these styrofoam Easter eggs. These little butterfly beads, they have holes in them, so you can use them on stick pins or however you want to use them. Get those down in there. I'm adding these flat beads, which also have holes in them, so you can use them however you choose. Oops, one's trying to escape. These are a couple of roses, little beads with holes in them as well. These are like chandelier drops with holes, so you can use those. And then these are all blingy kind of pieces that have holes in them as well, so you'll get all of these right there. And last but not least of this stuff is these little aluminum roses right there. So that's that kind of stuff. I'll set that back there. Okay, so the next thing I've added in, if any of you saw my video, not my video, I actually didn't make a video. I posted it on Facebook, and hold on, let me grab it real quick. I'm sorry, I should have had it in my hand. I wasn't going to show it, but I think it would be helpful if I showed it to you. That way you know what the heck you're making with it. I made this box right here, and it was the first time I made something from my silhouette, so I was so excited. So what I went ahead and did was I cut out 2 for you, so you can just put them together, and you can figure that out by the score line. So I've included 2 of those for you in the package. I've included these egg-shaped doilies. I have included, let's see, where do I want to go next? Let's do this next. I have included this Sweet Sentiments paper from Graphic 45. It's not a whole bunch, but there's some sheets here. It's double-sided. I needed something springy for this. I think there's one in there. I needed something springy, and like I said, these are double-sided. And then to that, I added these pearlized pastel-y colored papers that match that collection quite well. So I've added these 5 colors. You can kind of see there's a little pearl to it. So I added those. And then I added all these chipboard pieces that go along with that collection. I've added those for you. And then I went through my dies, my own personal dies, and out of that shiny paper that I showed you, I made some die cuts for you. And one of them is this Magnolia Tilda house, which I'm not sure how many of you have seen it, but once you put it together, it's so cute. And the die is expensive, so maybe you didn't get it, and this would be your chance to have some of the cuts. Really cute. So I got those for you. I cut out a bicycle for you. I cut out this beautiful gazebo for you. And I cut out these magnolia butterflies with their bodies. So basically you put, oh, it's stuck. Oh, there went the body. You basically use the butterfly there and you add here the body like that. So it's really pretty, and they're in all those pretty colors. And then I cut out this gazebo, and this is different than the other one, and I left it in this little bag because it comes with tiny flowers and birds and a watering can, and I didn't want to lose all those pieces, so they're in there. And then I cut out a bunch of words, and some of these are, let's see, I'll put the Heidi Swap ones first. I got 3 of her dies, so I got 1 each for you, Happy, Lovely, and Bliss. And for the Bliss, you're going to get this little paper, and it has the polka dot for the top of the eye. I just didn't want to punch it out because you would never find it. So I left that like that, so that's that. And then from some other word dies that I have, I punched out the rest of these for you in those same colors. So those are that. And then finally, to wrap up this prize, quite a lot of stuff, is this die right here from Spellbinders. It's really cute, brand new. It has 3 butterflies. This one got dislodged, but you can just, it's there. So you get the 3 different sizes, really cute. So I thought that would make a perfect ending for this prize package. So with that shown, let me show you what it is that we are going to be creating this week. Now last week we did our last 2 weeks ago we did a box. My challenges are every 2 weeks, and I post the winner on Sundays and a new challenge on the Sunday of the 2nd week. So we did a box, and this week we're doing a box again. However, this box is just a bit different. This box is a storage box, has purpose. Yay, love those kind. And this is mine. So as you can see, it's very cute. It's very sturdy. And it has dividers in it, which are really nice. There's the divider there. Now for mine, I used a half of a doily as the tab. You can use whatever you want, but the rules will all be there, requirements of what you need to use or do. This was gifted to me by Elise, this sequin bow. It's really pretty. And that paper is Maja paper. It's beautiful, and I love it. So anyhow, This box, I made mine out of chipboard. I suggest you do the same because it makes it much sturdier. Use cereal boxes, or it doesn't have to be heavyweight or medium weight. It can just be a lightweight chipboard, but just use chipboard. Glue your paper on it first and then do all your measuring and cutting. It just makes it easier. You don't have to try to line up and match things. So with that said, you are going to be required to make one of these. Now, yours, you only have to do, I believe I said 3 of the dividers, but I do want you to do them with tabs and decorative piece. These boxes can be used for a plethora of things. You can use it for embossing folders or stamps that you use often and you want to categorize on your desk just to have them handy. You could use them for greeting cards that you want to, get well, thinking of you, whatever kind of thing, and sort them that way. There's just a ton of things you can use it for, and you don't have to tell me what you're going to do with yours unless you want to, but I just want you to do the dividers and the box. So let me show you how we achieved that. And I've gone ahead and got everything ready, so this hopefully will be quick, I hope. So you're going to need some type of scoring tool, however you score, whether it's with a ruler or with a scoreboard. And the first piece of paper you're going to cut, it's going to be 7 inches by 11 inches. And again, you want to do this with chipboard so that it's sturdy for you, because cardstock is just not going to work. So the very first score line that you're going to make is going to be at the 1/2 inch mark, the 3 inch mark, the 8 inch mark, and the 10.5 inch mark. And you'll be able to see pictures of this and review this video over again if you need the measurements, so don't worry. The next thing you want to do on this piece is come in, and from this line here, right here, you want to measure from this top edge of this paper to the 2 inch mark, and just put a little tick mark there. It's only for your purpose to measure. And again, you want to do the same thing on the side. You want to measure 2 inches from the top and put your mark there. Okay, once you've got that, these little squiggly corners, you're going to just cut this piece at an angle on both of these here. Okay, so once you've got this mark made, the 2 inch mark, you're going to come to the top of the 8 inch mark and bring a ruler over to the 2 inch mark, just like that. And you're going to take a pencil or whatever and just draw a line there. See that? Just like that. And you're going to repeat that over here on the 3 inch mark to the 2 inch mark. Let's just do that. Again, I'm only showing you with cheap paper, so just take your time with it and make your folds good and everything. On this piece, before I move it away, we're going to go ahead and remove this corner that we just sectioned off right there, like that. And we're going to do the same over here. Oops. Like that. And then we're going to come down here to those squiggly corners, and there's no measurement for this, just want to angle up those pieces there. It just makes it easier when you're putting this all together. So that's that part. And then you want to go ahead and fold your score lines. And again, take your time with this. I'm rushing for video's purpose, but take your time. Oh, and for those who don't know, I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but my website is free to join. You just need to know my YouTube name in order to sign up. So anyhow. The next piece, we're going to put that aside, and the next piece we're going to cut is going to be 6 inches by 7 inches. You're going to score that at 1/2 inch and 3 inches, rotate it, and then 1/2 inch and 5.5 inches. Don't worry about all this other stuff. I'll explain that in a second. Sounds confusing. The squiggly parts we're cutting away, all those squiggly parts there. And then these lines that you see here, those are just to remind you to cut those pieces at an angle when you cut them out. So let's do that on camera so you can watch what I'm doing. So we're going to remove this one altogether. And then this one we're cutting at an angle, like that. We're going to remove this at an angle, right there. And then since this one's an angle also, I'm just going to come over here so I don't have to cut exactly that corner out. Repeat here, just up to that corner. And then here, I won't tear my, and then we're going to do the same here, cut that angle and cut this strip off all together, like that. Now I've gone ahead and I have folding on my score lines just to get this ready. and then I will show you how simply this is put together. I've gone ahead and added score tape to these 3 wings on the back of this piece. So to have it ready, we're going to go ahead and remove this longer one first, this back piece. I'm going to bring this piece in, and you're simply going to match this line to that line right there, like that. You just want these lines to line up with the lines of your piece. And then you're going to go ahead and adhere that. Now, because I did this with chipboard, I've glued all of mine down with my hot glue gun. I just thought it was a better hold than this tape would be. Next, you're going to go ahead and remove the side wings tape cover, both of those. And you're going to line this piece up right there. Just make sure it's straight and flat. Make sure that doesn't you leave a nice edge there. And you're going to push that down to make sure it adheres well. You're going to turn it around and do the same on this other side. Just make sure you get a nice even adhesion down. Let's make sure I do that right. Okay, so you do that. Pinch that down so it's good. Then I've put on this piece tape here, which again I used hot glue. I didn't use tape, but for this video I will use tape. And then remove that one and this one. And then you're going to lay these pieces straight. Make sure to keep those edges lined up evenly here. And again, this one. So basically that's your box construction right there. Really easy to do. Again, I would cover my chipboard front and back with the paper before doing all of that, because it's going to be extremely difficult to line it if you don't. So cover those first on the underside and on the back with your paper. Just makes the whole process easier. For the divider cards, you're going to need 2 pieces, one cut at 4 7/8 by 7 inches. And the 7/8 on a scoreboard, if you're not sure, will be 2 lines before you hit the 5. Just so you don't, for those who don't know measurements, it's 2 lines before the 5. That's all you need to know. And then, of course, you will be adding your tabs and decorating your cards as well. So there you go. That's the project. That's the prize. You have 2 weeks to get this accomplished and posted on my scrap room. Be sure to follow all the rules. And remember, 30 days active member to win the prizes. Thank you so much for watching. Do what makes you happy, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.